You know what? Kick it off, man. Just kick it off. Just go for it. Go for it. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the gratuitous action that we just had.
Fam, look, first off, they set the stage for all this, with the implications that this Tiber knew full well what he was doing was ultimately in his mind for the greater good for everybody to get through this craziness, making himself a martyr and all this and that. But we knew from the last scene of the last episode that this man looked like he was about to get eaten. And it's kind of like even me and Ty was talking like, okay, dang, well, what if he is the Titan? If he's the Titan, then straight up, like, I wonder honestly if Aaron may have thought that he was the Warhammer Titan and was like, shoot, if I can catch you off guard and eat you, then you don't even have this ability anymore. And so it was kind of like, Aaron just starts to annihilate and kill everybody. And we find out that this man didn't even notify his team what he knew and what was going to happen. And he was just so calm. Like, I honestly, Aaron at this point to me has just become numb to everything. There is no emotion from him. There's no joy. There's no sadness. It's just, he's like, I am a vessel used for this moment right now. And you about to catch this work. You about to find out. You about to get this work. And
he's like, yo, hold on, squad. Let me work.
Because as soon as Mikasa was like, Aaron, come home. Like, you don't gotta. I was just like, wait, what? Like, this man this whole entire time has been infiltrating, been gone from the island. He technically is the leader of this whole entire thing, has all the cards in his hand and went there, to his own detriment. And it's like he incited a full-on war. This was a declaration of war with what he just did. And we still ain't seen Armin yet. Armin he didn't even show up this episode.
No, I think if Armin shows up, it's either going to be at the end of the next episode or somewhere in the episode after that. Because once they realize the colossal titans on on site, they're gonna have a problem.
It's true. It's true.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was just thinking about something that, I mean, this is I guess this is a spoiler review. I don't know. I don't even know. But I know now why Annie froze herself in that and kept herself there. She did that intentionally so she didn't get eaten. But the way that this looked, that Aaron was about to eat her whole anyway. So what if they've already eaten Annie at this point? Because why keep Annie there where they could have took her Titan and ate it? You feel me?
I'm actually wondering if they didn't know that. Remember, technically it's been more than 4 years since Annie got captured.
Yep.
So I'm sure over the course of time, especially with Aaron's acquired knowledge from, all the previous Titans, and his father, he probably had no problem with eating the Warhammer Titan because he knows more now. So there is the possibility that Annie could be eaten. I don't think so. I don't think that's happened. But what seems different to me with this is that the Warhammer Titan is technically controlled remotely. Where they don't even have to be there in order to fight. So it begs the question if was the sister, the Tiber sister, did she already encase herself in hardening? Is that part of the Warhammer Titan, or did she do it on the anticipation that, oh crap, Aaron's figured it out and he's about to come get me? Like, so you don't really know, you don't see that, but you see there's a tether that allows her to create it. So if there's a tether that allows her to create it, there has to be some form of an opening in that hardening to get to her, which is different from Annie, because Annie was encased whole.
Yeah, there was definitely like a quote unquote umbilical cord. There was a cord coming from that Titan to her,
Right.
and he broke that, and he was about to, I guess, just ingest it whole.
Yeah.
And you know what I didn't even think about is how fast Aaron retransformed. Things were just happening so quickly
Yep.
that I didn't even take into account that Aaron literally in the same motion jumped. He
Hmm.
jumped into the
He didn't even jump. He literally just fell off the building and turned
yeah,
halfway down, which tells us that he has mastered
transformation completely.
mastered the attack titan anyway, the transformation, yes. But to be he's literally become Annie now. Like to be that to kind because you see he has that dead look now. Like it's kind of like it's like yeah, I'm a master of this, but yet it's all still the same. I'm going to
Yeah,
take you all out. But what I love about this is that this is another thing of what I said last time of the Voldemort to Harry Potter, because
yeah,
the Marleyans weren't ready because they don't understand for the last 100 years these people have been well no not the last 100 years I'm sorry um the last what 8 to 10 years what have you something like
yeah.
that they have been dealing with titans.
Hmm.
So, okay, they've been dealing with Titans. They have been, since Aaron was a kid, these guys have been actually dealing with Titans, the scout regiment. So,
Yep.
when you got a whole squad coming for you that have mastered and perfected their techniques against dealing with Titans, and you're in a whole other country, in a city that allows you to use your gear. And did you see the look on dude's face was like, I'm a Titan. How they coming after me? Why are they not afraid?
Scared,
They're not
exactly.
afraid because they've been dealing with this for years. They know how to handle you. You
Yeah.
know, he was like, yeah, they're the devils of paradise. I'm like, yeah, and they about to put their pitchfork in your behind, dude. Like, but that only goes to show you the arrogance of the Marlins and the Eldians to think that they knowing that they've been oppressed by these titans that y'all have been just sending off to the island. You you think after a while that wasn't gonna change? Like these cats are ready to go. They're not afraid. They're not afraid of your titans. They've been dealing with titans, especially the scout regiment has been dealing with titans on the wings of freedom for years.
Yep. It's
That's
a
what I
fact.
loved about this. The fact that they emphasize, yeah, the Marlians and the Eldians, they not ready. They're not ready for the product that they produce, sending these titans off
Yeah.
to Paradise Island.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting because the next episode it looks like the Beast Titan is about to go and get into the fray, and this will be the first time I've actually seen the Beast Titan go up against another Titan. He's always been the one that's in control. At the most, he's made folks that are just normal look like fools up until he met up with your boy Levi, and now it's a situation where Aaron can go head to head up against this man. And I really don't know. I really don't know what's going to end up happening, to be quite honest with you, because I mean, it could be that Zeke will have, his own, group of Titans that he's going to drop on the crew. I mean, it's not like they can't handle it. It's just now the problem is he can't just willingly drop a whole bunch of Titans on his own people because there was the Marlians. And Aaron knew that. And so I'm really curious to see. I feel like I got a bad thing happening from my man Levi. I ain't gonna lie. I was like honestly, him being on the scene with Aaron, I don't see anybody stopping them.
No,
Period.
look, he came with two Ackermans, dog. So here's what I'm interested to see. Same thing you said, but a couple key things. One, Zeke as the Beast Titan's reaction when he realizes Levi is there. Because he wasn't ready because remember when the Jaw Titan couldn't clamp down, he said, "Is that Ackerman?" Like he's already been made aware. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So he was already shook, and he ain't even engaged the dude until then. But 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 what's going to be very interesting is that, remember, Zeke is technically royalty.
Yep.
So who's to know what's gonna happen if Zeke engages with Aaron? All Aaron really has to do is get into contact with that dude. And we've already seen what happened with Zeke's mother. You
Yeah.
know, all he had to do was get into contact with her, and it was a wrap. Who knows what's going to happen now that he gets into contact with Zeke? Zeke might not. Zeke might, if Zeke remembers, Zeke might not engage with Aaron because he knows if he touches him or if Aaron gets a hold of him in any way, he could possibly unleash founding Titan power on top of attack Titan power.
That's
That's
true.
what I think. That's what I'm looking forward to. On top of which, I want to see Mikasa engage with the Beast Titan. If Levi and Mikasa go hand in hand on the Beast Titan, that dude gonna be shook, and I'm looking for it. I'm here for all of it. I am here for it all.
So it's like I personally feel like okay, so they got the Cart Titan. The Jaw Titan is either one about to die or he about to be saved, one or the other. And then you got the Beast Titan. We don't know where Armor Titan is. We don't know if Rainer made it. I'm left to believe, honestly, that Falco and Rainer are actually still alive.
Oh yeah,
To be quite
I
honest,
think so. I think so as well. I agree.
it'd be actually pretty messed up if they're just dead. Um, but I say all that to say that this is about to be a brawl. And it's not just a brawl for, the area that they're fighting in. Depending on how this ends up, this could go left real quick. Because like you said, if Aaron ends up, either ingesting Zeke or making contact with Zeke,
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, he could have, that was what his whole plan was from the beginning, is just to make contact. And all those Titans that are in the wall, all he really has to do is just say, come. And them jokers are going to come across the sea. Regardless if Aaron dies or not, they all will die.
Yep.
Because if the last order that they get is to come across the sea, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know the ramifications of what Aaron's willing to do. But to me, the point that he was having a conversation with Mikasa and he had no emotion whatsoever,
Oh yeah.
um I'm realizing that there's nothing that he won't do. And
Yeah.
remember we went back in season 1 when his dad was talking to him or whatever after he had like cold-bloodedly killed those people that tried to kill Mikasa or whatever. And like his dad was like, why are you so callous and cold about that? You can't be like that. You have to be better than that. It leads me to believe that the dad maybe knew what Aaron was going to be capable of later on down the line.
Oh yeah.
It's especially if he already had the founding Titan. Um, but
Yeah.
I don't
I agree.
know, man.
I I I think at this point, and here's the thing, I think it goes back to what I said before. What happened between the moment they're all standing on that beach when they finally get to the sea and when Aaron finally gets there across the sea? That's what I want. I think I'm hoping they're, because Attack on Titan's good for that. I think they're going to do some kind of flashback episode where we see what happened between the time they were on this, the time they got to the sea, and the time Aaron gets over to Marley. Something happened between there that I think drastically changed Aaron, because Aaron was already changed when he unlocked the memories with through Historia and was able to they was able to see the past where the past was seeing the future and everything else. So he was more of like a calm. He had more of a calm to him. You
Yeah.
know, he understood more. But he is now, for lack of a better word, in like a terrorist mode. Like
Yeah.
he is just he is beyond emotion, empathy, anything. Like he just doesn't care. It's like he just reverted back to his original statement when he was a kid. Like, I am going to kill all the Titans.
Yeah.
Like that's where he's at. And that's what really shocks me, because there was so much progression in the first 3 seasons with him. You know, the young rambunctious kid to the, you know, the determined warrior who just wanted, he was like a bullet. You know, he was like, look, just point me at him and shoot. I'll
Mm-hmm.
do the rest. To now, to being, you know, now it's more, not even now, but when he finally unlocked those memories, he had a better understanding. You know, he was more calm, he was more at peace. He, you know, he still wanted to make it, but his thing was getting across the sea, but that was more something between him and Armin, you know, in
Mm-hmm.
terms of adventure kind of. Now and I'm like, whatever, there must have been something that happened between them all for Aaron to be like, look, I'm gonna go do this, I'm out. For Mikasa to be like, please come home, look at what you've done. He literally had no empathy, not understanding, hey, I'm about to do what was done to me to these
Yeah.
people, you know, and the majority of the people in there aren't responsible for that. He killed a ton of people, regardless of, you know, Marley or Eldians. There were a lot of innocents in there that he killed, you know.
Yeah.
Even in going after the military folks on the end, he stomped and crushed a lot of people on the way. So
Yeah.
that's what I really, of all the stuff I want to know, because I know they're gonna, you know, it's the final season. They're gonna do the big finale. They're gonna do the big epic thing as most animes do. But I really want to know what happened in those 4 years. That's what interests me.
Yeah, especially because we don't know at what point that Aaron even got over across the sea, and how many times he's been over across the sea.
Right.
Um, and even to your point, it's hard. It's a hard reality because Aaron stated that he empathized with Rainer and everything that he went through. He even was like he understands to a fault. Um, But at the same time, everybody over there literally looks at him like he's already Hitler. You know what I'm saying? Like they already look at him like he's lesser than them. He's the reason why they're in bondage and they're in poverty. They are completely oppressed and they still look at him as lower. And
Yeah.
so it's like having that comprehension and understanding, you know what I'm saying? Like you're like, all right, you saying I'm the villain of the story? Bet I'll be the villain
Right.
of the story. Cool, whatever. But at the same time, I realized that Aaron lost his heart to me when I realized it was when he was next to his grandfather. And his grandfather was literally having a mental breakdown. And he didn't have any emotion whatsoever. Like
Right.
he didn't cry, he didn't look to the side, he listened, he observed, but it was almost like he antagonized it too. Like it's almost like he was toying with, just like he was toying with Rainer. Like as much as he showed kind of levels of empathy, like it was almost like it was like I'm gonna make you feel all this
Yeah.
because there's nothing you can do about it. And yeah, like I don't recognize this person, from where we last saw him 4 years ago.
Yeah. I don't
Um,
know. Something tragic happened that changed him. And whatever it was, I think he said, okay, this is enough. It's time to end it all.
so
It's time to just wipe all of this off the face of the earth.
So I got a theory. This might be completely wrong. And again, you guys, we haven't read the manga, so we don't know. I think Aaron's seen where all this is gonna go. All of it. I think that, say hypothetically speaking, in the future, like no matter what way, whether he went and tried to do this himself or not, that Mikasa was gonna die. That Armin was gonna die. That his whole entire regiment was gonna die, and he knew that. And it's kind of like knowing that and understanding that no matter what you do, that's going to be the reality. I think that'd be the only thing I could think of that would bring him to that place, because everybody's still alive at this point. Like everybody, like his crew has never been stronger. They've never been more well protected. The only thing that I can think of that would bring him to that point is what he's seen. And I don't think it's necessarily what present day seen. I think it may be what he knows is going to happen and where things are going to go. Because to be honest with you, if you think back to Grisha Yeager, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every scene that we've ever seen him in, he's never really shown like a level of emotion. He's been angry sometimes. He's, told Aaron one way or another, but the more and more we saw him at his back later years,
Mm-hmm.
it was just no emotion whatsoever.
That's true.
And so I'm led to believe that that may be the same thing that's going on with Aaron, but I could be wrong. I feel like that would be the one thing that would really ultimately break him. Is
And
that
I think that started. I think that started with his. I mean to interrupt you, but I think for Grisha, I was just gonna say. I think for Grisha, I think it started with the death of his sister.
yeah.
I think that's where he lost it. So the question now becomes, what happened to Aaron to cause the same effect?
No.
But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that was it. That was it. I don't got anything else. I mean, I know we've talked about a lot of theories and stuff, but that
Yeah.
jump was lit. The episode was lit. I was going crazy, bro.
That was the episode, man. That is I don't even know how to explain it. It was like it was the payoff. It was the payoff. It was like we built it up. We've been winding that Jack in the Box, and here's the clown popping out. Then
Yep.
we're gonna put it back in, and we're gonna give it back to you again later. But for now, just enjoy. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it as it is. Like that. There was nothing. They gave you a little bit of the political intrigue in the beginning to understand what's about to happen to this guy, to Tiber, and then after that, it was just like just let the chips fall where they may. But the thing is, even with the gratuitous action, there's so many things in underlying in that, like the look on Gabby's face when her whole world is coming down, the
Yep.
same way as Aaron.
Aaron.
The um knowing that what's her name, Piet, the cart titan
Mm-hmm.
is probably at somewhat maybe the same, if not slightly less intelligence or awareness than Armin, because for her to understand that, oh, I don't trust this cat, y'all need to follow behind us just in case,
Mm-hmm.
ahead of time, she's aware
Yeah.
on, then to show that this is what happens when you're not ready for your enemy and you've not been doing. They've been so focused. They've been so focused on, and actually this begs to question as well. This really begs to question. You sent a team out there, right? Um, you lose basically everybody but one, in
Yep.
terms of the original group you sent, the Armor Titan. Zeke has seen what the Scout Regiment has done. The Cart Titan has seen how the regiment works. If by chance the Jaw Titan has the same backwards compatibility memory, um, what's his name? I think it's Falco, whoever's the Jaw Titan has that. How did no one report back to the Marlians that, hey, if they come to where we are and they start attacking us, they're actually prepared for our Titans as
Yep.
well? Like,
Yep.
how are you so arrogant as to not report that? Are you mean to tell me you're all are so laser focused on just acquiring the Founding Titan that you didn't think to
Think about it.
even look at or even have him report back the reconnaissance and the information he has gathered being undercover for all those years? You know, that's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. How are you all so arrogant that you missed that? Because
Yeah.
the first thing I would have done has been like, we need to prepare for if, public enemy Aaron shows up and his team of scouts. These
Yeah.
other, quote unquote devils of paradise that can, because they weren't prepared for that. How are you not prepared for that all those years of recon and information and knowledge, and you didn't take any of that. And the thing is, they're the advanced, they're the, for lack of better words, they're the advanced race.
Yeah.
They're the ones that had, they're the ones that had, you know, blimps and all that other stuff when these folks were still pushing horse and carriage.
Yep.
This is when Grisha was a kid. Like, they have photographs when Grisha was a kid to a young man. Like, they've been so far ahead. And the thing is, they, you can see just by the look of the scout regiment, they're basically still in the early stages of steampunk technology.
Yep.
You know, they haven't, they're nowhere near these cats, and here they are. The only difference is they have used what they have to handle Titans. They've been fighting Titans for God knows how long.
Yeah.
So they wasn't worried about that. And the thing is, if you're not worried about the Titans and you know how to take them out, then you're not worried about the rest of it. Anybody else is like the dude said, they're humans. I'm a Titan. What's going on? Like, look, we take out the Titan element, everybody else is cake.
Yep.
You know. So that's the thing that bugs me. How did they not reinforce themselves for the recon?
Yeah. I think even like you said about the cart titan and like her intelligence is that we never think about the fact that if the cart titan hadn't shown up in the precise moment that she did, that man would have got by Levi. Like, she
Oh yeah.
literally saved that man from the jaws of death,
Yep.
and or worse, because he probably would have got eaten by somebody. But
Agreed.
at the end of the day, the way I think about it is that I think they knew the chickens were gonna come to roost. I
Oh
think
yeah.
that for one, Zeke had this black mark on his back because of his failure. And at the end of the day, the Marlians, they haven't seen desperate. They've never seen death in the face. They
Right.
know, what they have under their control, but they've never seen Titans out of control. It's been years, it's been centuries. And
Mm-hmm.
so they've become so, enamored and reliant on these Eldians to just be so subservient and doing whatever they want, that they, out of their own, callousness, and just like, because even like Zeke was kind of having these meetings and they were sitting there listening in on this man's meetings, about what he needs to do, and they're trying to gauge whether or not he's on the side of the Eldians. There's no, if I was Zeke and I was leading the crew that, are brainwashed, yes or no, but I knew for a fact that they didn't even trust the knowledge that I already had, then it wouldn't have mattered. And I think that Zeke and his crew, they really were relying on this new group to take on the mantle because they knew their time was expiring. And I felt like they were trying to groom these kids. But to be honest with you, what they should have done, low key, is they should have just sent the kids to the island and just like told them, you know what, like, you live there, you be with them, and don't do anything up until we meet you. When the time comes, we'll come back, we'll have you eat us, and you will have known what these people are capable of. Because these kids aren't prepared for what they're about to see. Like, it's technically Annie, Rainer, all of them. One of the advantages they had is they saw, you know, all the capability of what this group was going to be able to do.
Right.
And these kids have none of that. I mean, it's not like, I don't know what they thought was going to happen. Even if they gave them the power of these Titans, they still wouldn't know the depths of what these people are capable of. And
But
so I don't
I
know.
agree with you, but that also adds to my point. Why didn't they? Because you remember the very first episode of season 2 when that one scout encounters the Beast Titan and he talks to him and he pulls off his omnidirectional gear to look at it and analyze it.
Mm-hmm.
Why wasn't that brought back to Marley? Why weren't they training people in that same technology, which they could have easily replicated, being the more technologically advanced of the group, and started training the next set of Titans, including the ones that are there, the jaw and the cart, or
Mm-hmm.
not even really the cart. The cart can even add input because she saw it, you
Yeah.
know? Like that's the thing. How is the arrogance so big that you don't even consider that unless you have and you're just kind of keeping that in the back pocket. But I don't think that's the case. At least it doesn't appear that way to me. I think that the arrogance of the Marlians and the I guess, for lack of better words, the submissive environment of the Eldians maybe thought that it wasn't
Beast,
valid for them to bring it back.
Tech, Colossal. I just thought about something. There's still a Titan we don't know.
What do you mean? We got the colossal, got
Mm-hmm.
the attack,
Mm-hmm.
founding,
Mm-hmm.
warhammer,
Mm-hmm.
armor,
Mm-hmm.
jaw,
Mm-hmm.
cart,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Beast.
beast. Oh yeah,
Because
there is
you
one
remember
more.
they were talking about two. They were talking about this one that the Ty Boys maybe had, and then there was another one, and we never knew what that was. We just knew that that other Titan is on the side of the main area,
No, no, no.
and
Wait, 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 wait. No, wait. I think we have them all. Hold on. Colossal. Wait, colossal, attack, founding, jaw, cart, beast, warhammer. Um, who am I missing?
it's female. That's it.
No, we just because we didn't count the female last time. Wait, let's sort this out. Let's go. Attack and founding, right?
Mhm.
Colossal, armor, beast, jaw, cart, warhammer, female. That's 9.
Okay. Wait, are
That's
you sure? I feel like there's one that is missing. I don't know why. Because
wait.
I think what in my head was I've always thought of the founding and the attack together.
No, remember the founding and the attack are only together because of Grisha Yeager and passing it on
Okay.
to his son. But they've always been separate. Because
Okay.
remember, he got the attack titan from Owl, but he got
Mm-hmm.
the founding titan from the family. So,
Dang.
okay. So hold on. I'm writing them down, folks. This gonna be quick. I promise you. So we got. So we gonna let me get this going.
See, you guys, we're doing this for y'all.
Right. We got the attack
Different.
and we got the founding. That's Aaron. We got the
Man,
colossal.
Titans.
We got the armor. We got the female. We got the beast. We have the cart, jaw, warhammer.
Yeah, you got it. That's right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's 9.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 9.
Yep, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Man, so that man Aaron, he's trying to take out. This is all strategy, bro. He's going for the Warhammer Titan. That was all intentional. He went for that Tybor intentionally.
I think he's going for all of them. I think the only one he's not going after is the colossal because Armin has it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going after all of them. I think his agenda now is taking every single, reforging all the Titans back into one, the 9, and then getting rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
But
crazy.
who knows? All I know is that was an awesome episode.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah. I wonder, do you think Aaron will successfully digest the Warhammer Titan?
I don't know, cause
Because
because the thing is, if so, I know I previously said we have never seen one of the nine ingest another, but technically that is what happened with Grisha Jaeger.
yep,
Um, but I'm not sure if it completely counts because remember, you can't use the founding titan unless like fully unless you're of royal blood. So although Grisha did consume them both, he couldn't really use one, if you will. This would be a situation where you can actually have both and have them fully functional. So who's to say that he can't where the attack titan can't go full hardening and use hardening like the Warhammer Titan and he control it remotely. It'll just be a combination of both. We don't know.
fam.
We
Look,
don't know, but I definitely want to be there for that if that happens.
I'm gonna say this straight up. If that man Aaron has the ability of being able to harden himself completely, as well as inanimate objects, they honestly, if I was a Marlian, I would be like, yeah, we need to get out of here. Because straight up, like, if he could do that, I don't really see anybody stopping him. What's to stop him? How would you stop him? Straight up.
Don't see it. I mean, technically, he does have the ability to harden himself. He just doesn't have the ability to utilize weapons made of hardening.
Exactly.
But if he did, I don't know. I think I mean, the founding and the attack titan alone have been problematic for them. If he gets his hands on another one, you might as well just call it a wrap.
Yeah.
You might as well just call it a wrap because at that point the armor titan can't do anything to him.
Nope.
The beast titan probably can't do anything to him. On top of which he would have the ability of if they go for the back of his neck, you know, he would probably have the ability to just move move his body, like he saw with the Warhammer, or like with the armor titan when they went after him and he kind of moved his conscious or his life force or whatever before they could take him.
Yep.
It's crazy. Who knows how they can? Who knows? Who knows? I just want to see what he can possibly do in his current state if he had access to or continuous access to either royal blood or someone's royal DNA and be able to use the founding titan. That's what I want to see. I haven't seen that yet. I'm looking forward to that.
This is about to be a tragic story, ladies and gentlemen. And
Yeah.
we're here for it. We're gonna go. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed our review. Definitely check out our full reaction on Twitch. I'm not sure what time I'm gonna post it up, but you guys will be able to see our full reaction as well as our dissection of the episode as well. And we'll be back next Sunday. Later, guys.
Peace.